Hello dear viewers, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to Revision Time. We are studying Business, Trade and Commerce, subject Business Study, Class 11. So far we have covered the topics on what is business, what are different types of human activities, that is non-economic activity and economic activities. We studied about a brief of different types of economic activities, that is business, profession, employment, and we studied how economic activity is different from non-economic activities. Also, we revised about characteristics of business activities. If you have missed these videos, attaching the link in the description box. Also, please subscribe to our channel and hit on the bell icon so that you do not miss important video notifications. Today, we will be studying about different types and differentiation of economic activities, that is business, profession and employment. We will be studying how business is different from profession and how profession is different from employment. So, let's get started. A business is an institution that is engaged in professional, commercial and industrial activities. So we all know that business is nothing but being busy. It's just an exchange of goods and services for a money's worth. But whereas profession is a remunerated job that requires professional training and an official qualification. So profession is nothing but one who has a particular certificate, who has undergone a professional training to render those services or activities is known as profession. We require a particular certificate from a specific organization or a official qualification here. Employment is defined as a cordial relationship between two parties, that is employee and employer. The relationship is contract based, wherein one party, that is employee, and the other one is employer. So these is nothing but the meaning of business, profession and employment. Our next differentiation is that there are four major kinds of business organization, that is sole proprietorship. With sole proprietorship, I mean that single person business, one person business. Corporation is nothing but large companies. Limited liability companies is also a form of a company where the members of the company, the liability is limited. Partnership is nothing but when two or more people come together to form a business and they are known as partners. We all know this basic different types of businesses. Whereas profession, our types of learned professions include doctor, physician, teacher, lawyer, accountant, psychologist and dentist. So these are different types of professions that those require very high level of qualification and education, and they have to undergo a professional training, like our teachers, physicians, accountant, psychologist, dentist. And there are several types of employment, that is full-time employment, which is nothing but 9 to 6 job. Next, part-time employment, where few people like college students take up this part-time employment where they work for nearly 4 to 3 hours. Seasonal employment is nothing but they work based on the demand for those services or based on the season of the employment. Next is freelancers or consultants. So these are different types of employments. Third differentiation is business is established through owner's decision and legal formalities. So in a business, one person business, it is nothing but a owner takes the decision, the proprietor takes the decision. But in profession is established through membership of specific professional organization and official qualification. Now we all know that when the qualification of CA, the profession of CA requires the identity from the Indian Institute of Chartered Accountants, from those organizations. where if we speak of dentist, we have a specific organization for dentist. There are different organization and qualifications for profession. Next, employment is established through appointment letter and service contract. So when you take up an employment in an organization, they offer you an offer letter or employment letter, which has all the description of your job, what you have to perform in that activity, in that company, what job role is yours, what will be your salary. All such information is available in the appointment letter. Next, business is aimed at providing goods and services to general public. Yes, profession is aimed at providing expert and professionalized service to people. So in profession, where like CA gives us all the expertise and services which a person requires, which a person who is from who has no much information or no much knowledge of accounting or taxes, there we take the help of our CA. Doctor, no, anyone cannot be a doctor. Doctor requires a specific profession. He has that ability to diagnose which is the medicine, which is the what is the cause for that medicine, what medicine medication or injections is required for that disease. So this can be taken by providing expert and professionalized service to people is profession. Employment is aimed at performing the contractual agreement. So with here employment is nothing but we perform whatever activities are mentioned in our offer letter. We have to perform those activities as per the contractual agreement. Next, no minimum qualification is required for business. Here, to conduct a business, just the presence of mind, the basic knowledge of how to conduct the business, the exchange of money or the product knowledge is more than enough to start a business. So that no minimum qualification is required for business. Whereas in a profession, expertise and prolonged training is required in professional field. Nobody can just come up and say that I am a doctor or I am a CA. No, we require proper training, proper examinations, proper certifications to enter into the profession field and render those services. The qualification regarding work is mentioned by the employer. So when there is an employment, when there is a relationship between an employee and employer, there is a proper job description coming out where the person requires that qualifications to work. He has that qualification which is mentioned by the employer in the job description. Next, the reward for the business is profit on. Exactly, the main motto of conducting a business is nothing but to earn profits. The reward for the business is professional fee. So if you have observed, when we are paying our doctors, what we pay them is known as fee. And when we pay to an employee, that is known as salary. So the reward for the profession is fee and the reward for the employment is nothing but salary. Capital investment is required in business. Yes, when we are starting a business, we require a capital investment to conduct the business, to establish that business. Based on what business you are conducting or what business you are starting, we require capital investment according to the amount of investment you are capable of doing. But when it is profession, we require very less capital investment. Here the capital investment is very low because it is not a proper business. It's just a profession where just a furniture or table or just a laptop or a computer is required. Whereas in business, we require more of capital investment because we have to buy the stock, we have to make our shops ready or make our company ready, which requires a huge capital investment. Whereas in employment, no capital investment is required by the employee. Next, there is a huge risk factor present in the business. We all know that the business is exposed to risk and uncertainty. We cannot guarantee, there is no risk in the business. So what capital investment we have done, there is no guarantee that we will receive it back within the same time frame. So we are exposed to risk in the business, whereas there is less risk in the profession as compared to business, and there is no risk in the employment. Next, the transfer of interest is possible in business. Yes, transfer of interest means the transfer of ownership. Now, for example, if a father is conducting a business, or if he is into that business from a very long period of time, it is usually expected that his son will continue that business. When transfer of interest is possible, transfer of ownership from one person to another is possible. It might be also due to inheritance, or like transfer, like I mentioned about father and son, or it might be because of sale, it might be because of bankruptcy. There are various reasons where transfer of interest is possible, but transfer of interest is not possible in profession. I cannot give my certification to some other person and he cannot work on my behalf. So here transfer of ownership is not possible in profession. Transfer of ownership is not possible in employment either, because employment is between one person and the company and the employer. So the person who is assigned that task, for whom we are paying the salary, is expected to perform that work. So there is no code of conduct to perform any business, but for the profession there is a code of conduct. Like the person should be honest, should be loyal towards the organization, must be trustworthy, must not disclose the confidential matters. So one who is a profession is expected to perform the activities by staying in that frame of code of conduct, whereas behavioral norms are prescribed by the employer to be followed by the employees. So every organization has their own set of norms which or code of conduct which a employee has to follow when he is working in that particular organization. So this is the differentiation between our business, profession and employment. Hope you are clear with it. Any confusions, please reach out to us in our comment section. We would be happy to help you. Also, please subscribe to our channel, share our videos with your friends. Hit on the bell icon so that you do not miss important video notifications. Until then, see you, signing off.